Hi everyone and welcome back to Discard Dead with another new release in 2023, the Kickstarter game Grand Archive. It's a game that weaves conventional one-on-one combat card game mechanics with a leveling up system and draws characters from popular myths and legends. As far as the storyline goes, aeons ago a crack appeared in the fabric of the universe where ether began to pour from, leading to the creation of the Grand Archive, a semi-living library that acts as a repository for millennia of history and myth over countless civilizations. When it senses a threat, it calls to heroes across the void to answer and fight for their safety and survival across the universe. Let's have a look at the box. I really do like I like the overall design of the box. It's very nice. Nice and colourful. Dawn of the Ashes is the name of the first set. This is an Ultra Edition, which is essentially like an unlimited print release. The Kickstarter version had like an alpha one where you could get special foils or something in packs, but this is just a stock standard. On the back we can see it's made by a group Weaves of the Shore, which is a nice little play on Wizards of the Coast. But let's just get into it. Ooh. So there's 24 packs in a box. What is this? Huh. I wonder if these might be some promos or something. That's cool. Okay. Just leave that to the side there. So just like usual, just take all the packs out. These are very long packs as well. Okay, 24 packs. Let's get into it. Oh, it looks like it's got another top tier thing. Anyway, very first card, Lorraine the Wandering Champion. So there's a bunch of different types of cards. You've got champions which have a level and a cost, and these are sort of going to be like your main characters. These are going to be the people that are central to your deck, where you equip and then gather allies and cast spells through. So we've got Lorraine the Wandering Warrior, that is a common. We've got a Flame Rune Swordsman as an ally. That's a fire element ally. We've got Cram Session is an action. A Seafaring Mercenary is another ally. We've got a Grey Wolf. A Life Essence Amulet is a regalia item. These are things that can equip to your champions. We've got Chilling Touch as an action, a mage spell. Savage Slash, Combo Strike, and then Fishing Accident and Cemetery Sentry. So let's see, 12 cards in a pack. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 commons. We've got 2 uncommons and then 1 rare. The back is like this very nice a matte and a gloss finish, similar to Battle Spirit Saga, like we saw the other week, and going back to things like what is it, the Age of Sigmar champions. That's very nice. I like that. I like when card games can do that. It's just a nice little touch. So Xander Always Watching is another champion. We've got Inspiring Call. Windstream Mutt is a wind element card. Esteemed Knight, Mark the Target. Veiling Breeze, Prodigious Burst Mage, Tristan Grimstalker, and Channel the Wind. We've got Impassioned Tutor and Disorienting Winds, and Galatine Sword of Sunlight. As you can see in the bottom there, that's got the purple SRs. That must be a super rare or something. Nice. Oh, okay, cool. collector's super rares. Wonder if there's one in each box. So there are foil variants for most of the cards in this set. Okay. But they're not guaranteed to one a pack like other card games. So Rye Spellcrafter, that's another champion. Blissful Calling, Revitalizing Cleanse, this is a water element card. Assassin's Ripper, Sealed Blade, Freezing Hail, Opening Cut, and Wilderness Harpist. We've got Gleaming Cut and Sword of Seeking, and Tidal Sweep is our rare card. So this game runs with two different decks. You've got your, what is it, like a material deck, I think it is, and then your regular draw deck, similar to say Bleach. Actually not Bleach, if you played Flesh and Blood, it's a bit like that. Wait, does Flesh and Blood have a side deck? I can't remember. But essentially your material deck or your memory or whatever it's called has got things like weapons and your champion upgrades and other things which you can search through freely. They don't need to be randomized like your regular draw deck. You can just, whenever you need to search for a card, you can take it. Sylvie, World's Whisperer, Barrier Servant, Trained Hawk is another ally. Beast Bond Pause is a regalia item. Set the Traps. Peer into Mana is a mage skill. Planted Explosive, Wind Rider Vanguard, and Dewdrop Hairs. Hasty Messenger, Wind Rider Mage, and Horn of Beast Calling. So a lot of cards will have elements, so fire, wind, water, etc. And normally what you'd need to do is, if you have these champions are normal types, you wouldn't start out with a level 1 champion, start with a level 0 spirit. So there's like a normal element spirit, or water, fire, or wind. And you can upgrade them by placing champion levels on top of them. So you can go from level 0, 1, 2, and 3, etc. Sylvie, Intrepid Highwayman, Scry the Skies, Windcutter, Veiling Breeze, Embertail Squirrel, that looks like a Pokemon, Merlin, Memory Thief, Black Market Broker, a foil card, cool. Stillwater Patrol, that's very nice. And Mind Freeze, Luxem Sight, and Spirit's Blessing. Yeah, so if your champion, if your level 0 is a, say for example, a fire spirit, when you level up to, say, a level 1 Sylvie, World's Whisperer, then she will also be a fire element, and so you'll be able to play normal and fire element cards. Some cards will have a Crux element, which will be, I think only level 3 champions become Crux element champions. Sylvie with the Pack, Scry the Skies, Rallied Advance, Library Witch, Cremation Ritual, Harness Mana, Song of Return, and Alan Beast Beckoner, and Blazing Throne. Nullifying Lantern, Benevolent Battle Priest, and then Arcane Elemental. So Arcane is another element. I think that's mostly to do with Magecraft, I'm not too sure. Okay, so Lorraine, Spirit Ruler. She's a level 3 champion, and she becomes a Crux element. Stillwater Patrol, Song of Nurturing, Careful Study, Kingdom Informant, Eager Page, Black Market Broker, Freeze Stiff, Juggle Knives, Korhazi Courier, Tome of Knowledge, and Artificer's Opus. Bloody hell. That's why I hate those top-down tear packets. Xander Prepared Scout, Summon Gale, Sudden Steel, Invigorated Slash, Intrepid Highwayman, Menagerie Beast Bonder, Honorable Vanguard, Fireball, and Weaponsmith. We've got a Meadow Bloom Dryad, that's a Terra element, I'm not too sure where that one can come from. Fairy Whispers, and then a Dream Fairy on the end there. So again, Sylvie World's Whisperer, Seafaring Mercenary, Library Witch, Windstream Mutt, Rebellious Bull, Eager Page, Song of Return, Port Smuggler. A foil Jewel of Enlightenment. It's an uncommon foil. That's nice. Creative Shock, Cry for Help, and a Spirit Blade Infusion. Cool. Okay. Rye Archmage, Trusty Steed, Ignite the Soul. Refurbish, that's a Action Warrior Sword Craft. Imbue in Frost, Restorative Slash, Owl Familiar, Merlin Memory Thief, and Poised Strike. Got Increasing Danger, Water Resonance Bauble, and Immolation Trap. Okay, so it looks like we're starting to see a bit of the structure of the packs. Looks like we're going to have a champion at the very beginning of each pack. One more thing as well, your champions will have a class. So Lorraine is a warrior, Rai is a mage, and Sylvie is a tamer, and there's also assassins and other things. So whenever you get an action skill card or a mage spell, I think you can only really use them if that card's class matches the class of your champion. So Lorraine will be able to use warrior effects and warrior equipment, whereas Rai will be able to use mage spells and mage equipment and so on. So anyway, Lorraine, Wandering Warrior, Bushwhack Bandit, Rebellious Bull, Reckless Slash, so a warrior sword attack, Backstab, an assassin dagger attack, Idle Thoughts, Embertail Squirrel, and Banner Knight, and a Glacial Guidance, and then Piper's Lullaby, Patient Rogue, and a Ravaging Tempest. Okay, Rai Spellcrafter, Veteran Soldier, Give Bath, how nice. Zephyr Assistant, Crusader of Issa, Deflecting Edge, Drowned Cut, Favorable Winds and Empowering Harmony, and then Tempest Silverback, Conceal, and a Drawn Blade. So I haven't really had a chance to, honestly haven't really had a chance to look at the rules for the game yet. I opened one of the starter decks, didn't have any rules in it, just had like a card with a QR code in it to find the basic rules for the game. Which is kind of annoying. I'm not really liking, it seems to be a common trend in a lot of games where it won't come with a rulebook, you have to find it yourself. Which reminds me a lot of Towers in Time, actually. Anyway, Lorraine Blademaster, Enraged Boars, Flamelash Subduer, Accepted Contract, Mistbound Watcher, Beast Bond Ears, Spark Alight, Mordred Flawless Blade, and Deep Sea Beast Bonder. We've got Arcane Sight, Spontaneous Combustion, and Invoke Dominance. So one other thing on some action cards is you'll see fast or fast or slow. I think slow effects are ones that you can only play during a certain phase, whereas fast attacks will probably be, I think fast attacks are reactions as well. So you can probably play them during your opponent's turn or in response to something else. Okay, let's keep going. Lorraine Spirit Ruler, Trusty Steed, Trained Hawk, Crusader of Issa, Mark the Target, Freezing Hail, Opening Cut, Wilderness Harpist, and a foil Merlin Memory Thief. That's nice. Extortion Scheme, Bubble Mage, and Lunette, Frostbinder Priest, a unique ally. Cool. So it looks like you can have unique allies and common allies. So maybe you can only have one of them on your field at a time. Makes sense. Level 3, Rye Manor Weaver. That's nice. So one other thing with champions, a lot of characters will have a lot of the starting champions, so Rye, Lorraine, and I can't remember what her name is. The other, the Beast Tamer, whatever, they have a lineage, which means that they must be leveled on top of a previous Rye champion. So you need to have a level 1, then 2, and then 3 Rye. Training session, Wind Cutter, Smack with Flute, Strategic Planning, Crystal of Empowerment, Port Smuggler, Swift Recruit, and Magus Disciple, Melodious Flute, and Spirit Blade, Ghost Strike. That's cool. And an Orb of Regret. Sylvie, there we go, that's the one. So Sylvie Wild's Whisperer, Flame Rune Swordsman, Cram Session, Seafaring Mercenary, Grey Wolf, Ignited Stab, Life Essence Amulet, Chilling Touch, Savage Slash, and then Strike from Mist, Purge in Flames, and Storm Tyrant's Eye. Cool. Okay, we've gotten through 2/3 of our box, getting to the end of it now. Xander Always Watching, Inspiring Call, Windstream Mud, Esteemed Knight, Mark the Target, Veiling Breeze, Prodigious Burst Mage, Tristan Grimstalker, Channel the Wind, and then we've got a Fire Resonance Bauble, Mind Freeze, and Nia Mistveiled Scout. Cool. Okay, Rye Archmage, Revitalizing Cleanse, Assassin's Ripper, Sealed Blade, Trained Hawk, Deep Sea Beast Bonder, Crystal of Empowerment, Port Smuggler, and Swift Recruit. Got a Focused Flames, Beast Bond Boots, and a Grand Crusader's Ring. Ooh, that's an ultra rare, I think. You are. Let's see, Divine Relic. You can only have one card with this keyword in your material deck. So you can only have one Divine card, or Divine Relic card. Banish Grand Crusader's Ring to draw a card. I'm not too sure how that's going to be very useful, but it costs nothing, so a free draw isn't always bad. And I think I wonder if banish effects you can activate at any time, maybe like a fast effect or something. So it might sort of be like a last-ditch effort, sort of, so to speak. Xander, Prepared Scout, Blissful Calling, Revitalizing Cleanse, Assassin's Ripper, Sealed Blade, Smoke Bombs, Freezing Hail, Opening Cut, Wilderness Harpist. Ooh, that's a different one. Luxem, that's a new element. Ah, cool. Shout at Your Pets, and Poisoned Coating Oil. Let's see, Lorraine Wandering Warrior, Trained Hawk, Barrier Servant, Beast Bond Pause, Set the Traps, Peer into Mana, Planted Explosive, Wind Rider Vanguard, and Dewdrop Hairs, with Sudden Snow, Arrow Trap, and Spirit Blade Dispersion as another super rare. That's cool. So Arrow Trap is an assassin or a ranger skill reaction. Cool. Okay, Sylvie with the Pack, Scry the Skies, Rallied Advance, Library Witch, Cremation Ritual, Harness Manor, Song of Return, and Alan Beast Beckoner with Blazing Through. And then we've got Jewel of Enlightenment, Tempered Steel, and Spirit Blade Ascension. Those are rare. Okay, Sylvie Earth's Tune. Oh, so she becomes a Terra element. That's cool. Song of Nurturing, Stillwater Patrol, Careful Study, Kingdom Informant, Eager Page, Black Market Broker, Freeze Stiff, and Juggle Knives. We've got a Poison Dagger and Terror Sight as our uncommons, and Spark Fairy is our rare. Okay, Rise Spellcrafter, Summoned Gale, Sudden Steel, Invigorated Slash, Intrepid Highwayman, Menagerie Beast Bonder, Honorable Vanguard, Fireball, and Weaponsmith. I've got a Reckless Researcher, Reclaim, and a Gildas, Chronicler of Issa. It's another unique ally. Very last pack. Actually, we'll open this one in a sec too. Right Archmage, Trusty Steed, Ignite the Soul, Refurbish, Imbue in Frost, Restorative Slash, Owl Familiar, Merlin Memory Thief, Poised Strike. We've got a Warrior's Longsword, Sink into Oblivion, and a Lakeside Serpent. Okay. So only 3 foil cards in that box. Interesting. Okay, so as I was saying before, you start off with a level 0 spirit, which will be of a particular element that your deck will partially be built around. And from there you can level them up into particular characters, like Xander or Sylvie or Raya or whoever. So there's a Spirit of Fire, 2 of those, 2 Spirit of Waters, and 2 Spirit of Winds. Okay, cool. I thought there'd be other things in here, but that's fine. That's great. So that's good. It gives the opportunity to make a bunch of different decks right out of the box. Yeah, so for example, in like we saw before, there are Fire Mage spells, there are Wind Element Mage spells, and Water Element Mage spells. So if you're going to use Raya as a Mage champion, depending on the element that you want to choose, or that you choose to start off with, be it Fire, Water, or Wind, then that would become sort of like a focus for how you tailor your deck, in addition to other things like Regalia and other items and different element-based allies too. I'm going to take a little bit of a look at the rules for this, and I'll probably make another video about that. But anyway, that was a box of Grand Archive. Thanks for sticking around, and I will see you all in the next video.